Howdy y'all, I hope you guys are all doing well, I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys are healthy. So, my name is Josh, and I love clothes. I'm pretty sure you guys could tell that by now. Today, I'm bringing you guys a video about Unsound Rags denim. Unsound Rags / Silver League. Silver League is their archive store, and then Unsound Rags is their vintage store. They pride themselves on curation, and honestly, they're one of the most tasteful archive stores and vintage stores out there. So definitely check it out, and I'm sure you guys know the dude who started it, Fernando Rangel. He used to be on YouTube. Not much to say about that. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know that part, but they made denim. The first ones they did was a kind of reworking vintage Levi's into, reshape and then add their own little details, and then this is their first foray into actually creating their own product, from hardware to denim to, I actually quite enjoy these pants. There's a lot of caveats to them. There's so many little details that I'll kind of delve into in just a little bit, but the retail was $330 and then $10 shipping. Is it overpriced? At first I thought so. At first, when I first bought the pants, I was like, man, that's a lot of money to spend on a black pair of pants. And then once I got them in hand, I was like, you know what, there's so many little nuanced things that go into the pants that maybe there is something to them. And so for sizing, I got a size 34. Normally, actually, I guess I gained a little bit of weight, but I guess I'm a regular true to size 33, and 34 fits me great. So I would say if you're between sizes, like say you're a 31, I would go with a 32. If you're a 33, I would go with a 34. Unfortunately, they are sold out on the website, so you might have to kind of buy resale, which I'm sure the resale price, I haven't seen them yet, but I'm sure it's going to be kind of ridiculous. But they are actually a really good pair of pants, a really good quality pair of denim. Now, to just go over the information that they have on their website, it's made out of a 13.5 ounce Japanese denim, so a nice like medium weight. I wouldn't say it's too heavy or too light. They feature woven textured pocketing, extended belt loops, raw edge seam down the front leg and back left leg, slim fit with a slight flare at the ankle. Made in Los Angeles, which is always really cool. And yeah, that's generally all the information that they have on there, which, I mean, honestly, reading that, it kind of sounds a little pretentious, but looking at the actual pant itself, it's pretty impressive. So the texture of the pants are a very fine Japanese denim. It is honestly really nice, and right off the bat you can already tell the extended belt loops, which is actually really useful for belts that are rather thick. I guess starting from the top down, the first thing that you notice is going to be the button. Custom hardware, which is really cool. And then you go inside of the fly itself, and even on the inside of the fly, it is also, I don't know if that'll focus, but it is also the Unsound Rags kind of cracked concrete logo there. Another thing that is actually really notable about this pair is that if you, I don't know if I'll be able to show this on camera, but if you take a look at each individual buttons here, as I said, they are their own custom buttons, but open on the fly here, you can kind of see that each one is sectioned off and sewn right here. There's like a little stitch right here, and it actually prevents the fly from opening up. So you really don't get any sort of opening when you're wearing the pants. They just kind of stay shut like that, so you really don't see the inner buttons, which is really nice. Sometimes a lot of pants, especially, I have a pair of vintage Levi's right here. These can kind of open up like that and be an issue. That's just one really nice detail that I quite enjoy about these pants. So from the fly, right behind it, you can see the Unsound Rags, very thin suede patch right there. That's their branding. And then if we go on the inside here, we have the tag. So there you go, another Unsound Rags logo. And then right behind it, we have the size tag right there. 34, 100% cotton, gives you instructions, machine wash, cold, lay flat to dry, made in Los Angeles. Now, the pocket lining is really, really nice. So I don't know if it'll catch the texture, but you can definitely see that it is a thicker woven inner pocket, which is great. It's a whole lot more sturdy than other ones. So this is a mainly USA Levi's one. So just for comparison, this is the regular Levi's one. Very thin, pretty smooth cotton. This one is actually substantially thicker. You can already see kind of like the texture of the other one. But yeah, I can only assume they're a lot more sturdy, but I haven't had these for very long, so who's to say? Definitely a really nice touch that no one on the outside is going to see. Now from there, the next thing that you notice is going to be more branding. So this is a buffalo leather, very, very thick. I don't know if you can kind of see it on the side, but very thick buffalo leather with an embossed Unsound Rags logo right there. And in the placement of kind of a Levi's tag on the back and then over on the back pocket, we also have a little tiny buffalo leather where the red tab would be on a pair of Levi's is also present on this pair of pants as well. Over here on the pockets, you see there is a little bit of a slit opening right here in the front pocket, on the side of the front pocket. Kind of provides easier access to your pockets. Another detail that I would like to point out, which is actually really unique to this pair of pants, is going to be the construction of kind of this back seat area. So you can kind of see that it is kind of a fold that goes in on itself, and when you want to look at it from the inside, this is what you see. Is it gonna focus? There it is. So that is an overlock stitch, and on the outside you can kind of see it gives it a really, really clean look. Just for comparison, let me show you guys a Levi's pair where that back seat has more of a French seam right there. So when you're looking at it and it kind of stretches as you wear it, you can kind of see little individual threads that hold it together. Looks really, really cool. It's kind of evident on a lot of, say, like avant-garde designers, like CCP does an overlock stitch pant. MA Cross does it as well. Marcel Everett's done an overlock stitch pant and hoodie, I think. And so definitely a really, really cool detail to add to these. It doesn't really make it. A lot of these details don't really matter to anybody else who isn't wearing the pant, but then you take notice of it and it just kind of blows me away. Next detail is going to be the raw edge seam that goes along the front of the right leg right here. As you wear these, it kind of frays more and more and gives the pant more texture, but it's not only on the front side, it's also on the back side, on the back of the left leg. So you have that same seam that goes through the pocket, and again, this frays in time. Makes it look really cool, which is really interesting because this pocket, although the seam goes through it, is still fully functional, which I think is just, again, the attention to detail is really impressive. Alright, and at the bottom leg opening of the pants, you can see another overlock stitch that kind of secures the bottom of it, so it's not necessarily a raw hem, so it won't fray as much on the bottom. Yo, future me, sorry, forgot to mention something. The overlock stitch on bottom actually is beneficial. It actually helps the shape of the pant in general. So usually pants have this kind of leg opening. Well, this right here, this little portion right here, it actually kind of it doesn't provide a taper, but it gives it an indefinite shape. It gives it a little bit more of a shape that is a little bit more constricting to the ankle. So laying on shoes sometimes isn't the greatest. This overlock stitch bottom hem, am I saying that correctly? The overlock stitch bottom hem actually provides for basically the same thing as a raw hem or a released hem, to where it kind of is able to actually lay on the shoe a whole lot better, and I think you guys will see that in the on body. But just wanted to mention that Another really, really nice detail that contributes to the shape of the overall pants. Moving on. Another detail to add on that's on the inside of the pant is that where you would usually find on a selvage pair of pants the selvage ID, there is also a flat busted seam right there. Oh, that's actually a really nice view of the overlock stitch on bottom and then the flat busted seam. So, is it that important? Not really, but it's a nice touch. So let's talk about how these kind of fit a little bit. When I measured out the bottom itself, the leg opening, it's about 8 inches, which I think is in line with a more straight leg as opposed to a flare like they say on their website. So it is basically kind of a skinny throughout the thigh, and then from the knee down it becomes, it like widens, but widens not too wide. It's definitely not a flare. The Wrangler Ranchers I think are a really good alternative to this pant, but the Wrangler Ranchers are significantly more flared than this pair right here. The leg opening for this pair is 8 inches, whereas the Wrangler Ranchers that I have, the leg opening for my pair is 9 inches. So, you know, significant more flare. This one is kind of a skinny straight, if that makes sense. Now, another thing about this pant, I had mentioned sizing in the waist a little bit earlier, but all of these, all of the sizes, I believe, came in a 36 inseam as far as what they say on the website. I was very, very skeptical about that just because I'm not a tall guy. I'm about 5'9". I usually wear anywhere from a 30-inch inseam if I wanted to stop at my ankle, 32 if I wanted to stack a little bit. So it is, I mean, as far as, you know, purchasing from the website, I thought I was getting a pant that was 4 inches longer than one of my longest pants, which made me a little worried. However, I measured it out myself, and the rise of this pant is quite high. I don't know if you can really tell, but it is a pretty high rise. And when I measured the inseam myself, it was more so of a 24, so 24, wow, definitely not. It is definitely more of a 34-inch inseam. And it is long on me, but it works. As far as styling goes, I honestly think these are just super easy to style because they're just a pair of black pants. They pair, I think, personally, I think best with boots or derbies, but that's really just because the Unsound Rag and Silver League team, that's kind of how they wear it, and that's what I'm used to seeing in them. I think they look great that way. I also think they stack really, really well on sneakers. I don't know about a chunky sneaker. Let's try that one out. But I think that, honestly, this is going to be a nice little staple in my wardrobe. I'm actually quite excited about this pair. I know it's just another pair of black denim, and I have so many pairs of them, but I honestly think that this is its own unique silhouette and look, texture. I love denim. That's one thing. If you guys don't know already, I absolutely adore denim. Is it worth the price point that they're charging, $330 plus $10 shipping? Because I like them so much now, I'm gonna say yes, but we'll actually see how much wear I do get out of it. I have this kind of notion in my mind whenever I drop a good amount of money on something. This is like one of the more expensive pairs of denim that I have, and whenever I do drop a little bit more money, I'm a little bit more hesitant to wear it, but just because I've spent so much money, I want to baby it. But I'm trying to get out of that mindset just because I want to just honestly wear my clothes. But let me know what you guys think. Now, with all the details laid out for you and just shown to you, do you guys think these are worth it? I think they look great on body. I do wish I was a little bit taller so that it would kind of fit a little bit better, wouldn't stack so much at the bottom. But I mean, that's not really something I can change. Technically you can change that. There is a surgery to actually make you 3 inches taller, but Alright, and that's my review on the Unsound Rags denim. What do you guys think? Very interested to hear what you guys think. Is it worth it? Would you guys buy a pair? Did you guys buy a pair? And are you guys surprised at all by any of the details that are included in this pair of pants? Personally, I would say that I'm pretty happy with the purchase. I'm still in that honeymoon phase with the purchase though. I just got it, still like, you know, figuring out what I want to wear with it. But as of right now, really impressed with the pair of pants. But of course, if you disagree or if I missed anything, if I missed any details, feel free to put it in the comments below or DM them to me on Instagram. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you guys so very much for your support. If you'd be so kind, I'd appreciate anybody commenting or subscribing or following me on Instagram at where's_GALDO, where's Galdo, and also my mood board page at Garment Dye. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.